More than 20 people have been killed, including 4 journalists, after an Israeli strike on a hospital, according to Gaza's civil defense agencies. A Reuters cameraman and an Associated Press journalist were among the reported casualties of the attack at Nasser Hospital, that's located in Gaza's southern city of Khan Younis. In the latest in the series of intensified strikes across Gaza, as Israel expands its military operation in the besieged enclave. Meanwhile, foreign ministers from member states of the Organisation of Islamic Cooperation are meeting in Jeddah to address what they call continued Israeli aggression and a worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The Saudi foreign minister called the ongoing military operation a blatant violation of all international and humanitarian laws. Our ministers are focused on coordinating efforts to counter Israeli action in the occupied Palestinian territories, including what the OIC members describe as efforts to impose full military control over the Gaza Strip. Well, we have with us Blake Sifton, who's joining us from Tel Aviv. Blake, first of all, can you assess what's happening on the ground in terms of that strike on the hospital?
Good evening, Jill. Well, this attack began with a missile strike on the 4th floor of Nasser Hospital in Khan Younis. That's the largest hospital in southern Gaza. As rescue workers and journalists went to that 4th floor to reach the site and to reach the victims, a second missile struck the exact same spot several minutes later. It was all captured on live TV. Those rescue workers and journalists were enveloped in a cloud of smoke from the explosion. As you say, at least 20 people were killed in that attack, including 4 journalists. They include Hossam al-Masri. He was a photojournalist with Reuters. Mohammed Salama, he was a photojournalist with Al Jazeera. Miriam Abu Daqqa, she was a journalist who worked with the Associated Press. And Moaz Abu Taha, he was a journalist with NBC News. The Reuters news agency have also confirmed that another of their employees was injured in that attack. Now, the Israeli military confirmed carrying out a strike in the area. They said that they do not target journalists, and they regretted harm to uninvolved civilians. Of course, this attack comes 15 days after 5 Al Jazeera journalists were killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza City. Following this attack, the Committee to Protect Journalists, the influential U.S. Press Freedom NGO, has said that 192 journalists have now been killed in the war in Gaza. It is by far the deadliest conflict in history. Brown University conducted a study, and they found that more journalists have been killed in the 22 months of this war than died in World War I, World War II, the war in Vietnam, the wars in Yugoslavia, and the war in Afghanistan combined.
And as you pull out and look at the larger area around Gaza City, are you getting a sense of what could be described as a full-scale ground operation there, as promised by Prime Minister Netanyahu?
So that full-scale operation has not begun yet, but we are seeing Israeli military operations on the outskirts of Gaza City. Those operations are intensifying, and they're coming ahead of this main offensive to seize and occupy Gaza City that is expected in the coming weeks. These operations are targeting the neighborhoods of Zaytun, of Sabra, of Shajaya, and a nearby city of Jabalia. We've seen heavy shelling from both tanks and artillery, many airstrikes. Local health authorities say 27 people were killed in Gaza City on Sunday. I spoke to a contact of mine in Gaza City this morning. He said that every day is worse than the day before. He said every day the fire is more intense, and every day the ground shakes more violently. Now, we've also heard reports of thousands of Palestinian civilians fleeing these targeted neighborhoods to other neighborhoods in Gaza City. The streets of those neighborhoods are now filled with the tents of the displaced. Residents have reported large-scale destruction of buildings as well as homes. The Israeli military says that they are targeting and destroying Hamas infrastructure, including tunnels, and that they are strengthening their control over the area. So all of this bombardment, all of this shelling, and all of these operations are being viewed as shaping operations ahead of the main push, the main offensive to seize and occupy Gaza City.
Understood. Blake Sifton in Tel Aviv. Thank you.